Fucker.
What?
Fucker.
Oh, fuck you. Welcome back to Coffee and Candor. This is Fucker.
Fuckers. Ross. Fucker.
This is Ross. Oh my god.
This is Brandy.
And Amber.
Mm-hmm.
Fucker's butthurt over there.
Go ahead.
He's giving us the look.
You were bringing us in.
I did.
Oh my god.
God damn.
Today is what? Thriller Thursday is what we're calling it. And
It's actually Saturday, but
You're
Sunday.
stealing that from Alice.
I don't care.
Yeah.
They can't copyright words. I guess they can actually.
Yeah, actually they can, yeah.
Fuck them.
That's how it
Wow.
We're bringing it back. Anyway.
We're bringing butthurt back.
All right, we're gonna be doing
is. Oh my god.
some spooky stuff, I guess, for October. We're doing Arkansas urban legends. And this one is out of Little Rock, Arkansas Highway 365. Which one's that?
That's the one that right near my mom's house.
So that's the
Well,
one you
he
saw
goes-
a ghost on?
No, that was now it's like 5:30, 5:40, whatever the main thing is going from Little Rock to Pine Bluff.
Which one was it you saw a woman on?
The main one going to Pine Bluff. I think it's 5:30.
Are we not talking about the same street?
No.
Oh,
365.
the one that goes right in front of her house?
No, that's 270. 365 though.
Geez.
No, listen. 365. If you take 270, like going the opposite way from her house. Actually, hers is 104. Whatever. If you take 104, which is her street, going the opposite way and turn right, that's Highway 365. Like if you were going into Whitehall.
Alrighty
Okay.
then. Anyway, Arkansas Highway 365. Years ago, a young man was driving down Arkansas 365 south of Little Rock when he saw a young girl on the roadside. He offered to give her a lift and draped his coat over her shoulders because she was cold and soaked from the rain. She gave him directions to her house. When the young man got out of the car and walked around to the other side to help her out of her seat, no one was there. Confused, the man walked up to the house and knocked on the door. A woman answered, and he explained what had occurred. And she said, "That young girl is my daughter who was killed years ago. She hitchhikes back home once a year." The young man then drove to the cemetery to see the young girl's grave. There he found his coat draped over her tombstone.
Oh, out of shit.
But now that's one of those. Every state has that urban legend.
Yeah, just like the one where the push the car over the track or the butts over the
Or,
track.
you know,
But they
they're
actually-
going to the dance
But didn't they did a thing about that, right?
on
one of them.
Yeah, on
that-
one of those ghost shows.
where they try to fact or faked. Is that the one? I think they did.
I don't know.
think so because they were talking about
This
you
is
know
the optical illusion.
Yeah, and they
how
put
the
like baby
road
powder
looks.
on the
Yeah.
bumper and whatnot.
yeah because we
I
saw
missed
that.
that show. That was a good show.
It was. I liked it because there was. I liked it when they could debunk, but it was even better when they couldn't, and they
Yeah.
were like, "Yeah, I don't know." But it was really good. So
So, any thoughts about that one?
That's creepy as hell.
I like it.
There's actually
I like creepy.
several places around Arkansas that have kind of a similar, because like Woodson Lateral is the same way.
Where is that?
Isn't
It's
that the
down
lights?
towards
No, that's the garden
down
lights.
towards Pine Bluff. It runs.
Oh, I know where Woodson is.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I know where the Woodson exit is. I
Yeah.
guess is probably more accurate. I don't know where Woodson itself is. I do know that when I worked at Harvest Foods in Watson Chapel, we had a dude that lived in Woodson that drove all the fucking way to Watson Chapel to work for $4.25 an hour.
Oh wow.
That seemed pretty fucking stupid to me, but you know, whatever.
Who wants to do the next
I got
one?
So this is at the Arkansas State Capitol. Did you know that the Arkansas State Capitol, as we know it today, was built on the grounds of the former Arkansas State Penitentiary?
I did know that.
I did not.
I did not.
No, is that the-
Uneducated swine.
Yeah, I know, right? And I took Arkansas history in 5th grade.
Yeah, he's from here. He should know that.
Yeah, no, yes, I'm from here. No, I shouldn't know that. During the excavation of the foundation around 1899, long forgotten rotten wood coffins were unearthed. Yeah. Revealing the remains of the state's past criminals. These days, in the basement, disembodied voices have been heard. That's creepy as shit. The 1932 tragedy of Representative Ira Gurley being crushed. That is
I
unfortunate.
know, I like it.
Too bad his name wasn't Ima.
I'm a girly.
Yeah. Or Isa.
I'm a teapot.
I think
Short and stout.
I think that penitentiary is actually the one they used to call the Wall.
Oh, yeah?
Like if you got in trouble in there,
Winter's coming?
they had no, not that kind of wall. It had a really tall wall surrounding it, and they had like chains and stuff against the wall. And like if you got in trouble, they just chain your ass out there to the wall, and you wouldn't really get fed or watered or whatever for a couple days. And
wow, so
hopefully you behaved when they brought you back in. That's why they called it the Wall. So
fuck that cruel and unusual punishment.
Yeah,
huh?
no. Well, I mean, you're talking back in the
that wasn't
late
a thing.
1800s, early 1900s.
That wasn't a thing.
Well, the 1932 tragedy of Representative Ira Gurley, God, that's such an unfortunate name, being crushed to death by the Capitol's South Elevator has been tied to the same elevator acting of its own accord. In other parts of the building, visitors and state employees have reported seeing a woman dressed in period clothing floating down the marble staircases.
Oh my God, that would be the fucking coolest thing ever.
Why are all majority of ghosts always in this old Victorian type?
Maybe.
Don't see any hippies walking around.
Some of that's wishful
Maybe
thinking.
it takes a long time to figure out how to do that.
To be able to manifest where you can be seen.
I don't.
And
Maybe
the
they
hippies
have to.
haven't been dead long enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think all of them are, but a lot
So
of
in
them
like 100 years, they're going to see motherfuckers in bell bottoms and fucking flower sunglasses and shit, fucking floating down the hallway hitting a bong. That's what they're going to see. It's going to be weird shit.
I smell weed.
I smell sulfur.
And patchouli.
Oh my God!
The worst ghosts ever.
Let's go to the next one. The Hornybrook House, also called the Empress of Little Rock.
The Hornybrook
Brook. Yeah, that's
house.
It's a name. Yeah.
I don't know who Brooke is, but I bet that house was very popular.
Originally built as the most extravagant dwelling in the state by wealthy saloon keeper James H. Hornybrook. The house currently operates as the Empress of Little Rock. It's a luxury bed and breakfast.
Okay.
Several paranormal encounters have been witnessed by...
I think you can actually tour it this time of year.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
there's a certain time you can. Several paranormal encounters have been witnessed by current owner Robert H. Blair.
What did you say the name was?
The
Empress.
Of Little Rock.
Okay.
His workers and guests. Blair saw a period-dressed gentleman,
See,
complete with top hat, floating down the stairs. While restoring the secret poker room in the attic, hired painter Timmy Watts found himself locked out, even though no handle or lock was on the door yet. When he returned with a screwdriver to let himself back in, Watts saw that the door was now open, and the same image of a man that Blair had previously witnessed appeared before him.
We've seen it before. I guess we never knew what it was.
Yeah. Look at that staircase.
All right, well, I'm skipping around because I want to talk about this.
Are we not going to talk about that?
Oh, I thought I was supposed to go next.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I meant talk about that story.
Well, it's cool.
I'd like to go tour the place.
Yeah, I would too. I would totally.
too.
You know, I hope if we do, it's better.
Than the Memphis Zoo?
No, the one we went to. That house.
The Allen House in Monticello.
That was disappointing.
that was
kinda
underwhelming.
I saw
for
them
sure.
on TV again the other day, and I was just like,
Yeah.
Because they really play it up, and it was underwhelming.
Yeah,
But you know, they even said that
especially for driving
At
2
least-
hours south on a Thursday.
and almost getting killed on the way home.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well there was that.
I guess I blocked that out. It happened so much with me.
When Ross fell asleep.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, like I said, it happened so much riding with Ross.
But they even said at least one show that did their story like really blew it up.
said
Said like
words in
chairs
their
were
mouth.
flying across
Yeah.
the room.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
The house was beautiful. Though.
it was.
Yeah,
It was really
really
neat.
cool.
You know, and I mean, I loved hearing the history of the house, if nothing else, and like the letters they'd found and shit like that. All right, well, I'm going to talk about the Toltec mounds because I just read this and this is fascinating. I want to like try to ghost hunt there sometime because, they call it the Stonehenge of Arkansas, and the Mound Builder Society or Mound Builder cultures, they were all over Arkansas, Missouri, Ohio, kind of the central. And they built these huge ceremonial mounds, and a lot of people, a lot of them, like you could tell a person's status in that society by how high their house was. Like the higher, like everybody was elevated because of like.
Isn't there actually in southwest or southeast Arkansas? There's like a step pyramid mound. I mean, a huge mound.
Really?
Yeah. No.
And like the more status, the higher the mound would be, and they used them for burial and all that. But this was, a lot of them had ties to like Toltec, Aztec tribes, and they call it the Toltec mounds, but they
don't know who made them.
But that was before they were calling it that because they reminded them of what was in Mexico. But actually, they're saying that it was the Plum Bayou people where this was the civilization that built the mounds in Arkansas.
Hold on, is that 2 words? Plum Bayou.
Plum Bayou, yeah.
Okay.
And
so they don't actually have an actual tribal name for them.
Because it was prehistorical. But the thing is, like, they have, like, and they've found a lot of artifacts there, but they haven't been able to tie them to a specific known peoples.
Huh.
So they're saying that, they found stuff that.
So that very well could be the same group of people that were over by y'all's house. Because remember,
we have mounds on our property.
Your neighbor has artifacts that were dated to 10,000 BC, 12,000 BC, something like that.
And I mean, there's mounds on our property, and they probably all were. Those were probably Plum Bayou people too. But here's what's really, really cool. So when they found architects, they can't find any known tribes before or after that links those objects together. So they don't know what happened to the Plum Bayou people. They just disappeared. Kind of like
Did you say aliens?
With no trace of where they went, why they left. Which I think is really cool and spooky, kind of like the whole Roanoke thing. And it could have been that like a devastating illness went through and just wiped them out, and the others integrated with other people, but we just don't know.
Yeah, it could have been sickness, could have been tornado.
Could have been a lot of, things.
Could have been a rapid onset of an ice age.
Could have been a lot of things. But they don't know. It is a mystery. And they said that, there's Toltec now as a state park where you can see like artifacts and you can see the mounds and stuff, and people have seen lights and orbs and even apparitions of ancient people. And at night, people have heard footsteps around the mountains.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Yeah,
I would love to go at night and do
oh my God,
like
me
that.
too.
I mean, we went one time and looked around. I was a little disappointed because I was thinking, in my head, I was thinking there was going to be like replicas of,
like how they live,
some dwellings and stuff like that. And then I get there and it's like just mountains of dirt.
Yeah. No, I would love to go at night.
Just the mounds, no replicas. Yeah. That's where they were.
Well, because they really don't know a lot about how. So it would kind of be guesswork if they don't know exactly what the tribes. Anyway, but I'd love to go at night and do like we did when we recorded down on the WMA down there and set up the equipment and kind of do it at night. I've been wanting to do that again. Like that was the coolest shit ever.
Well, it's that time of year. It's
I'm
cooler.
ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, but I bet they're not going to let us.
Yeah, probably not.
I don't know.
I mean, going to the WMA is a lot different than going to the national park.
I don't know, but I would do the WMA again. Totally. I mean, there's a lot of history there too. Like a lot of Civil War battles were fought there.
Right.
So God knows what we might find, but I'm down to do it. That was the one I really, really, really got excited about.
All right, the next one, I actually have a personal story about this one.
Oh, cool.
Mount Holly Cemetery. Located at Broadway and 12th Streets in Little Rock, Mount Holly Cemetery is the final resting place for many notable Arkansans.
And
Several
it
reports.
is so beautiful.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Several reports of paranormal sightings and photographs taken at the property have been made, including apparitions of people dressed in period clothing. Why do they always say period clothing?
I don't
what
know.
Period?
That bugs me. A period.
Were they on their